In this video, I'm going to walk through how I downloaded and formatted the data for this week's On Your Own lab. So I first went to data.census.gov, and then I typed in the search bar age, because I'm interested in age data. And we will start here with the summary file 1 from the American Community Survey. And we can see from here we'll get, this is total U.S. population. We're going to switch to 5-year estimates because 5-year tend to be a little bit more accurate for the American Community Survey. So we can see the total population, and then we'll get the numbers in each age group that we're looking for. So we can get median age for each zip code if we wanted. From here, I'll click on Customize Table. And right now I want to go ahead and customize the geography. So right now we're looking at this data for the entire United States. I would like to look at it just for zip codes in San Diego. So I start by clicking on the geography button, and then I'm going to scroll down to zip code tabulation areas and click on it. From here I'll click on California, and from here I'll click on all ZCTA within California. So this means I'm downloading all zip code areas, 5-digit zip codes within California, but we will filter that further when we move over to Pro. So from here I can click Close, and it's telling me the data is too large, the table is too large to display, so I can go ahead and click Download Table, and I want it as a CSV, and I want it just for 2019. And go ahead and click Download. And then from here, you'll click Download Now. And we'll get two Excel files, well, we'll get a zip file that we can see here with two Excel tables and a text document explaining the metadata. I clicked Extract All, and I'm going to save it here. Let's do this. Let's make a new folder. And I'll extract it into that folder. Now we can open up our two different data tables. We have two. We have our data with our overlays and our metadata. Let's start with opening the metadata. Now, census data can be, oh, I have this open somewhere else. Sorry, I'll close this. Census data can be a little bit complicated to work with, so I usually start at the metadata table because it gives us the column or field name in the Excel table that will match the field name in the data with overlays. So we can see here we have the field name and then what's in that field as well. So you can see that matches right over here. The estimate total population S0101_C01_001E. So that's for each zip code. You can see in the geographies in this table. From here, we are just interested in a couple data sets. Sometimes I find this table really hard to read because of the exclamation points. So I will go into data text. I've highlighted the column B, go text to columns, leave it as delimited, and I'm just going to separate the columns so they're a bit easier to read instead of these exclamation points. And we can delete some of these blank columns if you wanted, or leave them there. Okay, so let's say we are looking for, what are my data in here? Okay, so we can look at median age. We wanted to, I knew they had it. And then there's, you can see here they have total population that's male. I'm going to highlight this one. And we're looking for total population that's female. the estimate. Okay. So these are only the 3 columns I'm actually interested in. The total population, the population male. We could save all this age data, but right now I'm not interested in it. I'm just trying to keep it simple for you. Total population, population male, and population female. So since I know the column headers, I can go to my other table here, and I want to keep this one. I'm going to rename it, because I'm going to rename it later. And let's just highlight it for now. I also need to find this column here, C030E, and this is about the 154th column. So we're way over. Let's see where we are. 05. We want to be at, oops, 03. Okay, so we went, well, 05, that's our females. So actually, kind of have to scroll through 03, 01. So you kind of have to keep looking for it. You just need 1 or 2. You could keep everything, but like I said, trying to keep it simple for you, so I'm showing you the process of how I did all this. Alright, so this is our male total population, so the amount of males in the zip code. And then I'm just, let me actually change to total male. And then we'll go ahead and delete all these fields that you are not using for this assignment. Like I said, you could keep it in if you wanted to look at age. Okay, and then we can see I still have my total male column. And now I gotta go to, sorry, you could keep it in if you were interested in the age, but we are not for this lab. Okay, so we want to go to CO5. CO4. Okay, CO5, where are we? Almost there. Okay, we found it. So this is our total population that's female. So now we can delete everything else. And I'm going to delete everything in here that we don't need. Rename this total female. And we can check that we did this right by just adding these together quickly. And we should get roughly the same number, maybe off by 1 or 2, just estimates. So this is the only sex information that the census records. So this is unfortunately the limitation of the census. From here, we have to format our table a little bit more. Before I start formatting, I do want to save this Excel file so I can find it again. So save as, into my week 2 folder. We'll save this as and we'll save it as the more recent Excel workbook. Okay, so I'll save it there. Okay, now what we need to do is, like you did in your textbook, we have to join this data, we have to prepare this data to join to our shapefile. So we are joining this to our zip code data set that we used in week 1, and we want to look at how our zip codes are displayed. Oops. So we can see here that our zip codes are right justified in the column, meaning they're aligned on the right, versus our community data, or even the text shape. So that's telling me that this is saved as number. We also can see that it's just the 5-digit zip code. It doesn't have this Z CTA5 before it, or it doesn't have all these numbers before it. So we will need to get this into shape to be easier to join. And if we go, actually, we can do this real fast. We can see that both of these are aligned left, which is telling me in the Excel file they're stored as text. So what do I do? First thing I will do is create a new column. Insert. Nope. Hello, I have used Excel before. Insert new column. I'm going to call it. I'm also going to rename some of these fields because you can only have one field name in ArcGIS Pro. So this is GeoID, this is zip code. And we want to create a formula where we're going to truncate this number. We could truncate this number, but I usually work with a GeoID, so I'm a little bit more comfortable writing that formula. But we're going to write a formula in Excel that will truncate this down to just the numbers. And then working from previous experience, I want to truncate it to the right. I just want to preserve the last 5 digits. So in Excel, there's a function called write that returns a specific number of characters from the end of a text string. Write, and then it tells you the text that where are you truncating, comma, oops, 1 comma, and I just want the last 5 digits. So that will give me that zip code there. Then I will drag all the way to the bottom of my data set. So all the zip codes in California, remember we still have that. And keep dragging it down. So many zip codes. Try to speed this along. Okay, so we have all of our text. We can see it's still aligned left. I'm sorry, we have all of our zip codes. So let's go back to the top. The last thing I'm going to do before I save this data set for you and let you experiment with it is one, I'm going to clear the fill here. I can get rid of this geographic area name, so let's simplify it a little bit more for you. And from here, since I want you to experience changing the field type, I'm going to leave it as it is. So I will hit save again, and then I'm going to rename it down here just so it's a little bit easier for you to see. This is 2019 zip code. Okay, so save one more time, and then this is the file that I've uploaded for you on your own lab.